Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, and welcome back to the At Home Film Festival. This being Gay Pride Month, we of course are going to look at gay movies every single day of the month. But this week, I'm going to focus on the Frameline Film Festival. But don't turn away yet, because you're thinking, I'm not from the Bay Area, I can't go to these movies. Many of them you could screen at home. So I have chosen 7 virtual movies that you could watch wherever you're at and enjoy them. I, of course, can't do them all in one little video, so I have a more comprehensive look at the Frameline Film Festival at realkev.com and queer40.com. And I have a surprise at the end with hot guys that take off their clothes. So stay with me and let's enjoy all kinds of queer. Our first movie, Language Lessons, is kind of a reflection of our time because it's Zoom Live, though it has nothing to do with the pandemic, so don't think, oh no. But Mark Duplass here, who stars in it and co-wrote it with Natalie Morales, who also stars in it, and she directed it. His husband gives him Spanish lessons and his teacher's in another country, so of course they have to use modern technology to have the lessons virtually. But something happens that kind of derails the lessons, but it makes a really good friendship. This movie is so strong in relationships and bonding that I just fell in love with this film. This is the friends that you want in real life. And I'm not even talking, you don't even need Joey or Phoebe. These are real friends. So you must seek out Language Lessons. I promise you'll enjoy it. One of my favorite films at Frameline this year is Swan Song. And this is not a clip from it. This is a compilation of clips from Udo Kier movies, because you probably don't know who he is by name, but you know who he is by face because he's been in so many films. I also had trouble finding clips from Swan Song. But anyway, first thing you got to do is you got to watch it at frameline.org because there's another Swan Song movie coming out this year, so it could be quite confusing to see the correct one. And since this is my favorite film of the whole festival, you have to make sure you watch this movie, which is really the pinnacle now of Udo's career because he is so amazing. Based upon a true story, he plays a former hairdresser, all beautiful and eccentric, who's in a home, so quite boring there, and he finds a reason to get out and go on a road trip, which he does on his feet, because he's in Sandusky, Ohio, you know, the capital of glamour. And the most famous person there needs him to do his hair. And that's what he was, a hairdresser. So he breaks out of the facility, walks to her to get her hair done, meets a lot of interesting people on the way, has fun, including meeting Jennifer Coolidge, who we love. And Linda Evans from TV actually has a great appearance in this movie too. Love this film. Make sure you see the correct Swan Song, and then when you're done, why don't you go do a retrospective of his career, because he has been in big budget movies, independent films, he's worked with all the great directors. Everybody knows him from those eyes. So let's watch Swan Song. Thanks. Now we have Jump Darling, one of the final films of Cloris Leachman. Really a great actress if you don't know who she is. She has an Oscar and Emmy, so where have you been? But she plays a senior woman living on her own, almost self-sufficient. She does have a few little problems here and there, and her daughter's trying to put her into a home, and she does not have the personality for a home. So her grandson seems to come to the rescue, but he has his own agenda, which we will learn. But despite that, they develop a really good friendship. We learn a little secret about both their past, and this movie is just so wonderful. So really, take a look at Jump Darling, and you will thank me for weeks on end. Thank you. And thank you, Cloris Leachman. Oh, there's the home. Don't go, Cloris! Now we have Sweetheart. Oh, what a great movie. First, we have this amazing performance by young actress Nell Barlow, who's just such a droll delivery and is amazing as a socially awkward teen. Like most teens think she's been suffering her whole life. This film from first-time director Marlee Morrison, which you need to know that, because if you're ever searching for this film, there's so many movies with Sweetheart in the title that pop up, it'll be hard to find. But this movie is so funny. It's a young, blossoming, coming-of-age story. And I also like Frameline, and I applaud you, Frameline, for having movies for younger gay people as well as older gay people. It's really using the spectrum of age, not to mention the spectrum of LGBTQ. So you must watch Sweetheart. I promise you will love it like I do. Speaking of movies for the young, Potato Dreams of America is amazing. You must know it's not about the dreams of a potato. It's about a kid nicknamed Potato. Based upon a true story, his mother brings him to America from Russia to start a whole new life together. And in America, we learn a lot of secrets about cross-dressing people, and we just saw Jesus there. And it's based upon a true story by Wes Hurley, so I love his new direction, so thank you, Wes. And sometimes there's a moment that it gets a little confusing, but you know what? It's on purpose. So at the very end, everything is brought together. You gotta watch it and see it, so let's do it! Now we have Lola, another movie representing young gays in the world, and another movie with a title that has been commonly used. So when you're searching out this Lola, make sure you find the 2021 Lola or the one starring the great breakout performance from an actress called Maya Belaires. She is so amazing. She plays a young pre-op trans woman who had a great relationship with her mother, who was going to support her financially and emotionally during the operation, but her mother dies. So then she's left with her father, who is not supportive. They go on an amazing road trip and bond somewhat, learn about each other, take the mother along, and it makes for an amazing movie that you must catch. So when you're watching Lola movies, make sure you find this one. And it's really easy just to find it on the Frameline.org website, so why don't you just watch it now with me? Now we have a sexplanation. Oh, home run! I am in love with this film. Yes, it's a documentary, and if you don't like those, it's okay, because this movie's informative, it's helpful, it uses clever graphic arts to make it even more interesting, and Alex Liu here, who created this film, he's the on-camera person, he's the man behind it, he is amazing. He really makes talking about sex, learning about sex, interesting and fun. And I'm not just saying the fetish part and stuff like that are things that people find taboo. He even goes back to his family and talks about why he never learned about the birds and the bees from them. Alex travels all around learning about sex from professionals, from people that just practice. He does quizzes. It's really a wonderful, wonderful film that we all should see. Alex, I'm going to be looking for you in real life because I'm amazed by you and I want to be your friend. Oh, and you can ask me all about sex if you'd like. So that's it for the week. I am throwing a little bonus thing in here, baloney. I couldn't really review this on this show because I was trying to stick to virtual things, but this show is so hot that it's sold out 2 performances, but you can still buy rush tickets if you like, if you're in the Bay Area. But this is a sort of a documentary giving you a backstage look at this fantastic all-male gay burlesque show that plays in San Francisco, Palm Springs. I think I've seen it in P-Town, it's everywhere. And we learn a lot about how to put on a show from this movie, which is fantastic. But then we kind of get snippets from all the characters and performers, real life stories, which kind of endears us to them, I feel. And it also reminds us an expression that I've always said. Baskin Robbins has 31 flavors because we all like something different. So baloney shows you different body types, different men, and there's appeal for everybody. Some people think I am super sexy. Thank you. Other people think I'm ugly. And it's not like I am ugly or sexy. It's just that someone likes my flavor. I call it pistachio. But in any event, there's something for everybody in the dating world and any choice you make because we are free to pick what we like. And baloney brings it all home while showing us in-depth mini biographies of the people behind this show. And back to Frameline, I'm sorry I couldn't do all the shows that I love. Please go to realkev.com, queer40.com, and frameline.org to learn more about this festival. I will see you next week with even more shows. I look forward to it. Thanks a lot. Ooh, nice kiss. Bye-bye. I want myself a piece of bologna. And yes, I know it's spelled differently and represents not the bologna, the food. It's bologna like, haha.